toes and feet. 'Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat.
Great Rod isn't, y'all. Great Rod isn't.
I'm walking, y'all.
Get your mats.
Trying to save my feet
Get your
and
chairs.
toes.
Get your weights.
I said I'm walking, y'all. Trying to save my feet and toes.
Great Rod isn't. Yes. Great Rod isn't. You know, I never knew how much I dislike saying the word morning. Because to me, in my ears, it sounds like morning when you're weeping in your morning. So I kept saying, why am I going to mourn the day if I'm just starting it? I couldn't understand. But when I asked questions like that, people used to say, you crazy, something wrong with you. So I don't say anything. But it took me to get in my 60s to say, I ain't doing that no more. I'm saying Ra isn't. Ra, the globe in the sky, Ra isn't. So when I wake up in the morning, I say, Ra is, so is me. All right, y'all, let's start. Well, y'all probably started already. Yes. Great Ra isn't. I didn't like morning the day. So then I said to myself, because it was a big thing with the Coke people, the Southern Baptists. You mourn the day. Good morning the day to you. And you cry through the whole day. And that day ain't gonna be nothing. Mourn the day. I used to always try to be so happy. Oh, good morning. Ha ha ha. Morning. But it never. That wasn't happy. The whole word in itself isn't happy. That's the Hatfield and McCoy's thing. A wee little fable for the wee little devils that don't know nothing. The little devils don't know nothing. That's how the Hatfields and McCoys look at us. All right, I told ancestors they ain't starting this walk. Well, I finally got my tickets booked, and I got a layover. And I ain't gonna tell all my business. I don't go nowhere, but I listen to people who go somewhere, and they say you wind up telling all your business. But I ain't gonna tell y'all everything till I get back. But I'll tell you this. I'll give you this riddle. I made my plane reservations. And I have a layover in the Devil's Airport, using their terms. I would call it the most vicious family that has ever walked the face of the earth. A family that has caused more destruction and death So I said, oh my goodness, told the ancestors, I said, oh boy, we gotta go there. It's a layover. And the ancestor said, what you do is you spit. As you're walking in, you spit. When you get inside, you spit. And then you wish all the energy of every Moor in its descendants that has ever been enslaved and are free in this country to destroy any energy left by that family. To make sure nothing, no energy from that family down to the damn dog ever comes back on this earth. So I said, okay, I can do that. It's a short stay in those vile villains airport. But coming back, I got a longer stay in the vile villains airport. And I'll be sitting there saying, destroy their energy. Make sure their energy never makes it back to this earth. Hopefully they have willed themselves to a planet that they can control themselves. You know how they are. But, or, as they rewrote the whole, they said they rewrote verses of the Bible. But that was just for the Koreans thing. These vile villains. So the ancestors said, no, you just sit there and you just tell our energy to find their energy wherever it is and destroy it, crush it, absorb it, make it nothing, make it never come back to this earth again. I can't even tell you what half the things those scumbags did. I'll tell you when I come back. But if I tell you now, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, I was like, okay. So now I don't feel real bad about being in the vile villains airport. I'm going to sit there. Ooh, man. Make sure that energy never touches this ground again. Never. There's no energy. There's no matter that energy should be able to ever go in again. Totally destroy it. Please. How that scumbag family can reproduce is a shame. You understand what I'm saying? If that make that energy so weak that it can only fit into a deformed matter body. Send them into a paraplegic's body that can't move, where they just look out because they're so disgusted. But that's who airport I'm going to be in. And now I'm like, okay, I can do that. I can sit there. And I can say, yeah, get them. They killed so many of your descendants. So many of your descendants. And that was their vile plan all along. The whole plan, see the ancestors back. The whole plan is to get rid of us. And these vile villain scumbags did the most. We thought King George and stuff and all the kings and the English did. No. These vile villains in the 50s did the most. They killed so many African Americans in the name of a pissing contest that they got shit named after them. Now, do you see America? They were able, listen, any hopes of a husband my generation had and the generation before mine had was gone. These vile villains made sure they killed them off in wars. That's why the ancestors say, y'all don't fuck around there with Ukraine. Take your black ass over there if you want to. We won't know if you shot by a Russian, a Ukrainian, or a freaking American. Stop being stupid. The ancestors went to war because they used to say, first they said, you can't come to war. You can't war with us. And then they said, you're too chicken to war. This is all Hatfield and McCoy bullshit. And then all of a sudden we dying in the war ain't got shit to do with us when we should have our guns trained the other way. You want to kill white people? You ain't got to leave America. And you damn sure ain't got to go to Ukraine. See, that's the ancestors. Let's get back to me. So, I have to remember to get a watch. Because though I'm going west, I do want to stay on this time because I'm really not doing anything. The trip is just me going west. I don't got nobody to meet. I have surrounded by people, but they're not surrounded by people. Almost like at the gym. You are the crowd of people, but you're not. You're unto yourself. So that's the way it is, where I'm going. So I can stay on Eastern Standard Time. I don't have to change anything. That's the beauty of it. So that's why I want to watch. So I don't think our walks will be interfered with. Because there's nothing for me to be on Eastern Standard Time. There's nothing for me to be on Pacific Standard Time. Right? Be on the internet. Be on lives with y'all. Chilling. Reading. Then writing some more. And then when I blink, I should have a really good either finished book or chapters outlined, etc., etc. So, that's what I'm hoping for. And my body's ready for it. You know, we're in our 3rd year of walking. Yes. 3 years. There's 3 years worth of videos. Well, we're in our 3rd year now. But there's 2 years worth of video. I mean, just walking and talking. And planning for this very trip. Now, when I go west, I'm not going to be there long enough to do a whole treadmill stuff like that. So, I think I'm just going to walk around rooms and different things like that. We'll see. We'll work it out. Because I'll be on different time frames than other people. And I'll be on the East Coast, but then I'll be on the West Coast, so you see how that works. And we'll do that. I'll walk around the room. Y'all can listen. I'll stop at the camera, say hi, and I'll walk around the room. I have a little speaker. I ain't bothering nobody. And ain't nobody should be bothering me. Oh, wow. Hey, I got my beet juice. I gotta be careful when I drink it, though. It is beets. And they used to use beets for dyes and different things. For cloth. Totally can understand it. I like beet juice because it tastes like dirt. I remember as a kid, my mother saying, "Stop eating that dirt! Stop eating that dirt!" I loved it. I love the taste of the dirt. So, beets, they call it earthy. They call it dirt. Beets have that earthy smell and taste for me. Yeah. Now, the only problem I have is my weights, my ankle weights. And I wear my ankle weights because I got a stride. It gives me a stride. Like this. You see. With my ankle weights, I walk like this. You know. I got a stride. Without my ankle weights, I got this. So I like wearing my ankle weights. So I can stride, it balances me out. Now here's the thing. I don't travel much. I don't know if I can wear my ankle weights. See? Oh, it's almost time for a break. Ooh, this little walk goes by so fast. You see, I ain't let the ancestors dominate the conversation. They will have it when we come back, but yes. When I started walking, said getting healthy and going to the West Coast. Yes, indeed. Yes, y'all, yes. It's that break time. I guess when we go west, I'll have to, well, I'm going to have my watch. And that way I can see when it's 15 minutes or whatever.
If I stop walking, y'all, the king gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. Yeah, come walk with me and save your toes and feet. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your toes and feet. Cause when you walk with me, you can eat the food you want to eat. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they cut me up until I'm just a nose. I'm walking, y'all, trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking, y'all, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. If I stop walking, y'all, the king gonna trip me up. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. Yeah, I said come walk with me. Save your feet and toes. And we're back. Hey y'all, hey. That beet juice is so good. I just need a little bit of it. Because this is sugar too. Did I take care of this? Okay, no. You can totally see my face, my feet. But then I can't really see my head. So yeah. You know, another other thing I noticed about having the ankle weights is stand up. My feet are so I rise up because the weights on my feet keep my feet flat. Before I had the weights, when I would go to go from a sitting position to a standing position,
it was hard, but because my feet weren't firm to the ground for whatever reason. But that's where the ankle weights help. So my thing is, I gotta call and find out what about my ankle weights to help with a lot of pain and stuff that you have. You know, just from this whole gravity thing. You know, every day. That's why I give my mother in my life the original or more credit. She got the hell out of Virginia because she wanted her children to have a better education and better chances at life than she did. And as I told y'all, even though she died, we all graduated from high school. I got some college in. Those other two, they graduated. And it's just so important. And we were so young. But it's so important. Okay, let me put it like this. Every time my daughter has to read, so I get some document or something that our little eyes can't focus on and stuff, and she reads it and she comprehends it. And she can explain it to me. She will go and research stuff. She will go and look up stuff. And I'm ever so happy. Oh, I didn't put my earrings in. Oh, so happy. And it helps me out a lot too. It helps me out a whole lot. And I think to myself, what if I never taught her the joy of learning, of educating yourself? If I didn't teach her the importance of reading and learning like a sword to protect yourself. I just came from a family that did nothing. They knew nothing. They didn't try to find out anything. And that was it. They was never in the book learning. So they never learned anything. And though so many things became available, they just went by what someone told them or somebody told them or somebody told them because they don't understand research. I was with them. I watched how they grew up. I ran back and forth to school. School had no... It was these Southern Baptists. School didn't mean that much. But my mother always knew it meant something. She said, ha ha! When she was upset, sitting on the back of the bus, Lord, whew, that woman hated that one. She couldn't understand where the hell they got off from. Where you come from with a law like that? How does these laws come through? Yeah, she marched on Washington. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. She marched on Washington. And I'm so proud. To say, we had to fight to learn. He said all white kids got free education, all they didn't want it. They wanted to be stupid. She could never understand that. How you put stupidity over education? But see, they didn't need it because they part of Hatfields and McCoys. So they didn't have to have education. All they need to know is oversee, kill, oppress us. That's all they need to know. They knew, okay, some things in there. They knew they get a bank loan. If they ain't have no money, no place. We could have a mansion and couldn't get one. So they need education. What do they need to study for? They pappy, grandpappy, pappy, pappy, grandpappy, pappy, poo. Made sure. And just being a white man is all the education you need. Except the fact that the whole purpose of you coming here for generations and just, you know, okay, here's ancestors. Oh, you used to laugh when they used to say the daughters of the Revolutionary War. What a pot of crap. No Revolutionary War. The Hatfields and McCoys, they went from being overseers, always gonna be killers, and jailers of the conquered Moor people. And they saw the English getting more and more wealth off the cotton from the people they're protecting, not protecting, keeping encaged. They saw all that money from the sugar that the king was getting, and they wasn't getting nothing, but they was out there in the sun with the horses. And they said, first we're going to do this, we're going to buy some land, or we're going to get some land. We're going to take some of those enslaved people that should have been free from 1777, the ratification of the Constitution. And we're going to buy our own encampment and imprison them there and work their descendants. And then they said, we want all the money. We want the big encampments. We want that big land. And they said, well, Brits own them. And they said, no. So all those houses and stuff that you see, they said, oh, the beautiful plantation with the white cotton houses. And those were the British. They didn't have those. They had shacks like the slave had. They were here to oversee. They had land. They didn't know how to build nothing. Make themselves nothing. Whew, I can't wait till they tell the truth. So then they said, we don't need them. We're going to keep all the money and stuff. Because I never understood the Tea Party thing. We're not going to pay taxes on your tea, and then we don't want the king no more. I said to myself, that story don't hold. From what I know, that story don't hold. I was like, oh. Okay. The Hatfields and McCoys wanted all the cotton money, all the sugarcane money, all the rice money, and they kicked them Brits out of here, and they took their houses, and they took their lands, and they took their cattle, and they kept their enslaved Moor descendants. And that's what happened. They took everything from the Brits, took their land, took their enslaved people, took everything, and kicked them out. And made a bullshit story about Tea Party tax. That's why y'all got that garbage in legislation right now. Made up party for a made up fucking story. We don't want to pay tax to the king. No, tell the truth. You wanted the Hatfields and McCoys that they sent over here with us wanted all the money. They wanted it to themselves, and they wanted the Brits out. So those places, those plantations that you see is all nice, those used to be the British governors that used to control the encampment. Like Hogan's Hero, commandants. That's where the commandants lived. And behind it was the suffering of the enslaved people, the descendants of the Moors. We don't want to pay tax. You ain't want to give up that cotton. You said, wait a minute. Wait a minute here now a minute. We've been doing this, policing these wee devils and taking care of them and then sharing money with them. We ain't sharing no money. We want it all. And because the descendants of the enslaved Moors were prisoners of war. But the descendants of the prisoners of war were enslaved, and their children, and all it started out was us being prisoner of war. It's like one day Guantanamo Bay is going to be just like the USA. Oh, there's so many prisoners in the United States. Okay, it's a whole prison state. Tuck in your elbows, squeeze your gut, knock out 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One good luck. It's a whole prison state. No, just basically the first, as they call it, colonies were penal colonies. And that's not what they tell the truth. They won't say penal colonies. They'll say, oh, when the Pilgrims came. Let's do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And one for good luck. Save my feet and toes. Yeah. Like, comment, share. Trying to save my feet. Tell uncle, tell auntie, tell cousin, friend. Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they hurt me up until I'm just a nose. Subscribe. Tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend. Trying to save my feet and toes. Yeah, I said I'm walking home, trying to stay ahead of the sugar cane. Thanks for coming on the walk. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Yeah, come walk with me. Save your feet and toes.